Hello, everybody. Good evening or good morning in some comments. Okay, everybody. Sorry about that. I took some time to start the other channels, but welcome. Welcome to the mid afternoon session I have today. I just was talking to somebody about uh, how to be proactive about inner resilience, and we were talking about how that is natural for all of us and how we kind of mess it up with our lifestyles that were imposed on us by the commercial industries or the not knowing it, just eating something, just being sedentary, working with computers, and also not having adequate sleep, not exercising enough, and not really taking care of our mind, that kind of thing, right? So I was always talking about that, and people are really have to be brought to the notice how they are really sacrificing what they have in their natural self, the healing capacity. We call it healing effect. You see, some people who are laborers, who are working in the fields, who have been exercising a lot without them knowing they're working, right? And then those people really cultivate this without them knowing. But then, as you civilized, as you become more fashionable and city dweller, you may not be doing the physical work, but you may be doing too much thinking, and you may not be staying away from things like smoking. And that's how we kind of sacrifice our inner health without us knowing about it. That's why I would say you got to be aware of what it is, the inner resilience, inner health, and do the things that are needed to really guard it, to really nurture it, to really make sure that it is protected. And if you do that, especially during the childhood, you will be much better off. But most of the people don't get that kind of exercise or anything like that when they are very young. And that way they always lose that, right? So that's what I wanted to point out in this session. And let people think for themselves and come to an understanding why they are not able to do that. Okay, see, lots of times by the time we realize the disease already set in, and some people, they have already evolved into chronic diseases, and they have evolved into complications from the chronic diseases. That's why many people don't enjoy their health when they are really old and really retired, kind of. They're retired from the work, but then they suffer the health problems, and then they don't have any enjoyment in their life. That's what I see as a physician with many patients. Now, that's why I say be proactive about your own wellness. Eat right and move your body. Keep your mind calm and sleep well and rest well and enjoy your things and all that. Natural things. But many people don't do that. They kind of really sleepwalk to the whole thing, and they realize all that by the time they are really old or middle aged. If you watch, generally, not everybody, but generally, we have a childhood that may involve a lot of activity. That was before, but nowadays kids are also not getting that much activity, either because of the weather or because they are really allowed to have iPads or phones, and where they sit down and do a lot of finger walking, but not real walking, real activity. They used to go out and play a lot. I encourage that. I really commend those parents who get these kids out and do a lot of it. For example, my kids, when they were very young, we put him with taekwondo, and they have done very good work for several years. They were lean and mean when they were doing that. And also, I made them do some yoga at home too. But then they have these classes, they have to go and compete, they have to get those belts, and all that routine gave them a lot of physical activity, which is going to help them down the line. So that's why if you have children, if you are not having them enrolled in some activities like a tennis play or baseball or whatever, right? Whatever they like, where they will move a lot, they exercise a lot, and they will be cultivating that inner resilience much better that way. Okay, like that, young adults too, the teenagers and the adults, they could really take up a game, or they could really go and participate in events like marathons, or some events that are walking marathons or running marathons, whatever they have. If they could get that exercise in when they are young, it will help them when they are old. Okay, even muscle building, even doing something like a yoga, pilates, whatever appeals to you. You move the body and keep the mind quiet. That's my dictum, right? But I'm talking about a much deeper thing. Many people sacrifice our natural ability to be well, to have that nurturance of our inner resilience, inner immunity, by understanding what are the things that we are doing that is messing it up, and don't do that. Don't be under the influence of eating processed food from McDonald's and other places, and don't be sedentary. Get up and move, even if you have to do on the computer work, like I'm doing. Desk is raised today so that I can stand and talk to you. Things like that, simple things like that will change a lot. Okay, and this raising desk is very popular these days because we have realized sitting is our new smoking, right? So simple things like that. So if you take a inventory of your wellness indicators, like Are you okay with the weight, or is it in the normal range, or is it outside the normal range? Either you're too low in weight or too high in weight. You can easily measure that every day, right? How is your energy level? Are you energetic? And then when you work, do you get depleted easily? Do you get frustrated easily? Do you exhaust easily? All those things also can be measurable, right? And how do you sleep? How do you feel after the sleep? Do you sleep enough hours? Do you sleep deep enough so that it will restore your body and mind to a real energetic state? If you get up in the morning and if you feel very good with your energy, that means you have slept well. See, that's what people say. Oh, I slept like a baby, right? So you can do that. And also appetite. Do you have good appetite, or you are eating all the time even you don't have appetite, so these are the signs of your circadian rhythms working properly or not. How are you hydrating yourself? Are you deep breathing? If you are not deep breathing, then make it a habit, things like that. So there are several indicators that tell us, if you listen to our body and our mind, they will tell us where we are going wrong with our inner resilience building, right? Take it like a money. You make your money work for you, right? Compound interest or long-term investment or anything like that. Okay, you want to do the same, much more the same with your wellness factors. Okay, if you can protect your inner resilience by not really spoiling it to in the first place, and by nurturing it with the right healthy moves, you are much better off, and you will be having a quality of life, and you will be spending less on your health and the medications and all that. And also, you have energy to do the things that you want to do. You have the energy to move. You have the energy to really climb some hills, and you have energy to go and take some paths and walk. All those things are possible when you want an active life in your life, and also you want to energetic and enjoy the nature, enjoy the people around you and all that. So I place a lot of value on this natural inner resilience we have, uh, and then protecting that is my spirit of proactive wellness. That means you don't only react to illnesses as they happen, you will take care of them, but you want to be ahead of them before they manifest into full blown. You want to be proactive in your wellness measures, how you are eating, how you are moving, how you are keeping your mind quiet and silent, how you are sleeping or resting, how you are enjoying your life, how you are having a lot of laughter and happiness in your life, peace and blissfulness and all that. So when you take it like a, I'm well, fine, I'm doing all right, when you're young, you may be breeding some habits down the line. They will rob your health. Okay, they will rob your, for example, if you are running a lot, if you are moving a lot, and then your abdomen is flat when you are young and playing on all that, and later on you kind of take it easy, you get used to the creature comforts, and you are not walking, you are driving the car all the time, and you are not taking stairs, you are taking the elevators, all those creature comfort. Very soon, before you're 30, you can have a pot belly and you can have less energy. And then you start to build even plaques in your coronaries. Lately, we have been doing that. If you take coronaries, break cross section, at any age, we don't have to slice real coronaries, but we can do the CAT scan, and those slices we can see. The intima is the important thing for us in the blood vessels, in the coronary vessels too. That intima shows plaque formation even early 20s. That means by the time you're 25, 27, you already have a block probably, or it is potential to grow into block, or the plaque may break off and give you a thrombus and give you a heart attack too. We have seen that. The age at which cardiac events are happening is going down, down, down. It used to be 50 some when I first entered into my practice. And later on, each decade, I saw it move to from 40s to 30s and below 30s now, So that's a very serious thing, We don't want to have invalid people having a heart attack and the muscle dying. And that's the only problem, only thing alternative is to heart transplant. I'm talking about extreme cases, right? But if not that extreme, something minor like a beginning to build up those plaques in the arteries without any clinical effects, they are more to build up complete plaques and then break off in the 30s and 40s, right? So we don't want that way. We want to move your body and keep your mind silent and nurture all the healing effects that we have. That's called spontaneous healing effect. This was very much nurtured by yoga practice. That's why I'm talking about this. And Ayurveda, and also all the major philosophies of the East, which I talk about. Treat your body as an object, treat your mind as an object, and that way you can put things where they belong. So I have a guest here. Let's see who it is. Okay, Mewal. Yeah. Hi, Mewal.
Well, it's morning here. I don't know what time in your area.
Yeah, it is morning too, 11 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so here it's almost 9.
9.
So you're in New York?
Yeah, I'm in with
Oh,
my.
yeah, I love New York. But you know what? My son loved it when we went to where's that? The city.
Uh,
We got the big screen, like it's like, oh, he is amazed with the big screens and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I'm
wondering.
ready today.
Yeah. So I'm talking about our inner resilience, Mabel. I think you are very familiar with it, natural healing effects and all that. Especially when you are kids or youngsters, if you really cultivate these good, healthy habits, they will do well for us when we are old.
Yes.
Yeah. So we care about the money working for us, but we don't care about our inner circadian rhythms work for us. That's what I'm talking about today.
Oh, so that's like, okay, what do you want? I'm just thinking, like, what do you mean by this? Work your inner resilience like you work,
Yeah.
like you work money.
Yeah. What we do with the money, we put it to earn compound interest. We put it in a high interest bonds or whatever, right? So that over the time they proliferate and make us more money, right? Like that, if you guard our inner resilience and healing effect we have naturally, that will come to our aid when you become old.
Yeah, this makes sense because you know what? It's like a practice. Like
Yeah.
when you start from the beginning, like if you are like for me, I'm in already in 40s. So at that age, I started like, okay, this is what I want to be in my body. Like I want to be like it's just like for example, what kind of food I want to eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
What kind of things what kind of medication that I want to put in my body.
Yeah.
So for me, because I know that I observe myself that I cannot do any medication. I have a sensitive stomach that if it's supposed to heal me, it make me more sick.
Yeah.
No? Yeah. So yeah, it's something like that. So like, okay, so for me, I will do like, for example, if the doctor told me like, hey, you need this kind of medication, but I know that this medication is not good for me, I will talk to my doctor like, doctor, you know what happened?
Come back, Mabel. I think you're cut off. Yeah, she's making an important point about medications. And being watchful about what agrees with us, what not, is an important thing. That way, you are being proactive without putting poison in your body, So we don't have to say medication is poison.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one example for me that I always apply in me. If ever since when I was a kid, or now that I'm getting older, and then if now I'll not only apply for myself. Now
Yeah,
that I have a family, I have a kid, so I will apply also to them. And especially, like for example, I have a mother-in-law that is always
yeah.
almost like practically they're already 85. So
Mm.
now they're depending medication. For me, I always love to share them like, hey mom, what if you don't do this, and it's just like it will help you. Something like, what if you do meditation or something like
Yeah.
something like this, that it's just about medication. Because you know what, Dr. Rao,
Mm.
the thing is, if you are um um depending the medication,
Mm.
it's hard to them to get away. It's
Yeah,
like a cycle. Like, oh, I need this medication. I need
absolutely.
this medication because my hypertension and that my anxiety is getting high. Like,
Yeah,
if I don't take this,
yeah,
they don't want to get out of it.
yeah. Yeah, that is true because we get addicted to the medications. Our body gets tolerant to that. And if you don't give it, it will respond badly. So
Yeah,
I
I
made
agree
a
with you.
living by cutting down medications on lots of patients, I'm aware. Because,
Oh,
but I do it carefully though. I do it
yeah.
slowly. And also, I give them homework about lifestyle changes. And as they're doing it better, we can cut more and more.
Well, you know what, doctor? It's very rare that they have that kind of doctor, because you know what? If I encounter that kind of doctor, I really appreciate it. Because for me, remember, I was raised with my grandma. I was raised with my grandma. She is a herbalist.
Mm,
So what happened is, I have asthma when I was a kid.
mm,
I have a really, really bad asthma. Like when I breathe, it's like there's a sound in my, I don't know, I cannot explain it.
mm.
But I was laying down, like every time I sleep, I'm not laying down. I'm just sitting because I cannot breathe.
Ah,
But
yeah.
in that certain age, I was young,
Mm,
and my grandmother don't give me any medication.
mm.
Any medication. It's just like natural way. They will give me something like something um, lemon or
Yeah.
anything that's more natural for me,
Mm.
and then it will go away.
Yeah.
It will go away
Yeah.
in a certain day. Like it will go away,
Mm.
and then the thing is, I have to watch out. Like when the weather change, so
Yeah.
you have to watch out, because that's the one that my
Come back, Bible.
back again.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, Go on.
So yeah, so knowing your body,
Yeah,
it's very important.
yeah.
Because like until now I'm growing up, and then I'm getting old, and then now I know what is good for me and for me. It's just like money. Like
Yeah.
what you said, it's like you just
Like,
put something in the high yield savings, and then let it work for
mhm.
you.
Yeah, yeah, because these herbals are also more like our own natural self aiding that, you know. That's why Ayurveda, Chinese medicine, they use the raw of the trees and all that, they became the herbals, right?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
lot of naturalness is there, and our energies are really compatible with those natural herbals. That's why
Yes,
they
that's
help.
right. That's right.
Yeah, but then lot of herbalists are using it with half knowledge, and also sometimes they are harmful. That's why testing them and putting them to scientific evidence, even the yoga and all this, I'm that for that, so that many people are protected, and we are giving the proper knowledge to people rather than some folklore, some snake oil and all that. But then
Mhm.
if you really take the medication, they all came from the trees, from the leaves and other things. But they are
Yes.
processed and then they are put into chemical form and all that. Now it has
Yeah.
become too much on this because a lot of those chemical bases we are allergic to, not the medication.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the base, you know. So yeah, you
Yeah,
are
that's the
very,
problem.
yeah, you are very
I
right.
told the doctor.
You are very right in really saying, is this good for me or not? That's a wonderful way to intelligently accept them
Mhm.
or not accept them, you know?
Mm. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true, doctor. Because you know what, this is only based on your experience.
Yeah,
You cannot tell any story that it's not based on your experience because you don't know the result,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Like for example, I remember when I feel like I'm having anxiety.
Hmm.
So what I did, I talked to my doctor, and then I have an appointment for a consultation. And
Hmm.
then you know what happened? She wanted to give me for the anxiety medication. And then when I'm telling a story about what's in my heart, what is myself, I just want to talk. I just want to talk.
Sure.
And all of a sudden, she prescribed me a medication. And
Yeah, that's good. Having a conversation with the physician openly is very good for you. Yeah. I love you, Mayor. These are all the things that I want to see in my patients too. Being intelligent, being asking questions. Yeah.
yeah, so for me, because I work at the pharmacy for almost like 8 years. So, my experience with medication, and like, for me, this is only for me, my opinion. I cannot say it to anybody because it's
Yeah.
not my job. This is
Yeah.
only for me. For me,
Sure,
if I
sure.
was there, I'm talking to your doctor. This is what This is my feeling. This is it. And then after the session, she will prescribe me a prescription. Like, okay, I will not say no, no, no. I will not
Hmm.
take that. So, okay, I'll just write it, and then I go home. And then I feel better. Actually, I feel better. And the following day, I start like, okay, let me see. I
Yeah.
start walking. I go to the park. I go to the beautiful trail, and then
Hmm.
there's a lot of tree in there. And then I'm just talking to myself. And then you know what happened? I don't take that medication. I don't need it.
That's good. Yeah, it's always, it's okay if it is not needed for you. But a lot of people don't have the discussion. They are afraid, oh, my doctor gave me this medication. If I don't take it, what will happen? So people are conditioned to rely on medications only, but they don't have the intelligent use of the medication when you
Oh
need
yeah,
it.
you say that right,
Yeah,
Doctor Rao. You know what? Because okay, I will give you an example.
yeah.
So I mean, when I was when I'm at work, so okay, the patient will come to me. They will bring me a paper. So they came from emergency.
Mm.
So give me, oh, I have to pick up my medication, and and then they are very very like probably I'm not sure if they have a knowledge what is that medication, and then they will ask me like what medication that my doctor prescribed, and
Mm.
then they say, oh, this is only a Tylenol or something like your for like any for pain, or you probably have a fever or so, and then sometimes the patient will say like, oh no, I don't need that kind of medication. Like,
Yeah.
okay, if you need it, it's okay. It's up to you. But this is the doctor prescribing you.
Yeah.
Probably they're taking a different medication, like especially the high dosage of pain, like the narcotic one.
Mm.
That's what they need. Oh my gosh, like see, it's just like I feel bad, like but they cannot say anything because that's their that's their that's their choice how to do it. But sometimes the patient they just want the
Yeah.
higher one. Like
See,
no, the doctor only prescribed you like this. You cannot ask anything.
yeah. See, a lot of it, they say, is we kind of breed patients to think there's a magic bullet for everything. So they kind of grow into believing that my doctor can give me medication, let it go away. And they think it's our job to make sure everything goes away. But we don't have that kind of complete cure on many things. But body itself can cure a lot of things. That is the inner intelligence of the body. I don't want to mess it up. by being really going after our inner intelligence or inner resilience, we can overcome so many things, like the, yeah. Go ahead, Amel.
I'm back.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm listening.
yeah,
I'm listening that you're explaining because I understand.
yeah,
I
yeah.
understand what you're saying because even if I don't go to work every day, I
Mm,
only work couple days.
mm,
But I understand in your end. I understand how the patient is um scared if they don't take that medication.
yeah,
You know, they are like I just
yeah,
if the patient gets a doctor that they are very balanced,
yeah.
it will be perfect because the patient will be more.
You know,
They will.
doctors have
Yeah.
also problems of this malpractice suits and all that in the United States. So even though they don't want to prescribe something, they are afraid somebody may sue us if I don't do this. You know?
Exactly. I know. Because it is.
Yeah,
And it's so real that like
yeah,
for me because when if I'm at work, I want to be present. Like I have to be present.
yeah, exactly,
So
exactly.
to be
See,
present.
that's why I promote patient taking responsibility for their wellness, being
Uh-huh.
proactive about that, not wait till the disease comes, but from the beginning. We have enough knowledge in our modern medicine, our ancient wisdom. We have enough knowledge. We just have to really determine, I'm going to educate myself about what is the correct diet for me, what
Yes.
amount of,
Yes.
yeah, what amount of exercise I should do, how much sleep I should have, how much calmness of mind I should have. I should not be in the social media all the time and bury my mind with all sorts of nonsense.
Yeah. I love this topic. But I just love it because what? It's so many. There's a lot of things to to learn about it.
Yeah, yeah, but
It's patient. Yeah.
yeah, even on this new vibe, there are so many coaches are coming up and they're talking about all these pillars of wellness. I am there. I talk about this wellness all the time. I myself do these things, Mabel. I'm almost 70 now, but I don't have any medications with me because I
Yeah.
don't need them. I
Yeah.
exercise every day.
You see, that's
Yeah,
what happened. If you believe, like for me, I, I don't like any medication. Even can you imagine
yeah.
my son, even vitamins.
So I
I,
would say appropriate medication is okay. Some people, because of the disease, they need them,
I,
but many people may not need them. They are taking out of habit. And then the problems down the line, what happens is you end up with a lot of medications. They may not react with you. And also they may react with medications that you have on board already for different conditions. And then those interactions, those side effects, they cause more disease in you. Yeah, Mel?
yeah, yeah, for sure. Because that's the one that it's the interaction of your body,
Yeah,
how the body reacts. That's the one that it's very critical that the patient needs to learn about it.
yeah, yeah. It is very much out there, a lot of knowledge of this. Suppose you are interested in Ayurveda. In Ayurveda, they talk about three types of energies within our body, within our foods too. Knowing your
Yeah.
body type, and then you can select foods that are compatible with that body type.
Oh wow, where is that? You send me the link, so I love to learn about it.
Now,
I
yeah,
love to learn about it.
yeah,
Send me the link because what? I just finished about reading about the brain.
yeah.
It's from Dr. Amen. I forgot his name, but it's Dr. Amen. He is a neurologist,
Uh,
and he wrote a book about the brain.
yeah,
What brain we have? Like you, what kind of brain you have? Me, what kind of brain I have? So I was like interesting because for me, I'm reading. One reason is I want to learn my son's brain.
yeah. At one time in ancient times, Ayurveda they used food as the medicine.
Yeah.
No herbs, no nothing. Later on, they came up with some herbs and all that. But initially, good either the medical person will diagnose what type of energies you have, how are they in imbalance, and they want to get it back into balance. So they prescribe very simple things. Suppose you have somebody who have a racy mind, always thinking, always going fast, and then you have appetite very very heavy, and then you go to the bathroom too many times like that. Then they say your V type energy, Vata they call it, that is out of balance. So let us give you foods that lower that.
I think that's the one that I want because you know what? It's just like it's very interesting for me because right now I always I'm very curious what kind of food I want to put it in my stomach. What is not in my stomach, my body.
I'm kind of a combination of science and ancient wisdom, Maiva.
That's true. It's beautiful, doctor.
Yeah.
I wish you have a lot of doctors like you because you know what? People will be like, it will be more. They will be they will think widely. It's just you have to be open. The thing is, if you have open-minded, God, you will learn so many things.
That is very true. You got to be open mind. Otherwise you will resist it. That is the problem even with modern doctors or some of the ancient practitioners, because they won't say only my thing is right, but it's a combination of both.
That's the problem because they don't want like, oh, this is my opinion. I think this is the right or wrong. It doesn't matter. The thing is, if you have a patient that is more on open minded, like before you say, okay, I will give you something like this, and then it's like, okay, just give me that one, and then before I do that, I will search for it.
You see, basically, when I really was in full practice before, now I'm kind of slowed down the medical practice, right? But then when I was having thousands of patients, many patients were willing to listen and do the homework. But they have a lot of questions, lot of things. So I had to spend time with them to explain everything. And they were happy that I took time to explain to them, And then they were kind of able to do them slowly. But the important thing for me was I have to be there for them if they have some problems. Some people cut down the medication too quickly. Some people did not want to do it and they want to take more medications. Those things happen. But then many of them are willing to work if only we give them the right information.
Yes, because you know what? You can force somebody to do it. It's by it's in yourself. Like, okay, like if you are a smoker, like you're a doctor saying, hey, you stop smoking. Do you think they will follow you? No. It's by themselves. Like, okay, it probably they start like tapping one stick, two stick, or whatever, and then now they will say like, okay, I'm ready to quit. This is it. So that's their choice, right?
Yeah, they're definitely their choice. And I did a anti-smoking program, but I only started that program on people who want to quit by themselves, and then they wanted help, right? So I did a simple program where it's called PER. Okay. What you do is you kind of postpone your impulse for 5 minutes. And then sit down and take deep breaths of those 5 minutes. And at the end of the 5 minutes, if you still feel like smoke, go ahead. But if you don't have the urge, then don't smoke. That way, they felt they cut down 3 or 4 cigarettes a day. They have a lot of psychological confidence. And then they did better. In 2 weeks, they quit it.
So that's the one. And then you know what? That some people they don't want to feel the withdrawal. It's hard. It's hard the withdrawal. My God, it's just like
It's both the psychological and physiological dependence. That's why smoking is so hard. So I never smoked, but I kind of helped my patients this way. That way, I was very proud of how many people I kind of helped to quit. But it's basically themselves making a decision that they want to quit, and they just needed a little bit of help, and then we got them a little bit help. But the help is about themselves getting the inner strength by quitting it occasionally in the morning and in the evening, and then they built up the psychological strength and they quit it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's right. I will totally agree with you. Yeah, it's just like this is how you work. Work your inner resilience like
Yeah.
you work money. So yeah, if you know how to handle money,
Mm.
it will be like yeah. For example, um, some people, if you have a big income, they will do like they have a big spend.
Yeah.
You know, and some people, even if they don't have a big income, they have a big spend. That's why they will get negative.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
so your your money.
Yeah.
So the money is not like working with you. You are the one who's working with the money.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Because if you have the thing like, okay, in the rainy day, okay, for my children, okay, for some
Yes.
of the causes, then you will make the money work for you. You know.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. It's so weird because I was talking to my sister regarding this matter about how she needs to start saving money.
Mm.
Like, it's just like I'm here in the Philippines and she is in Dubai, and then actually, you know what? It's so weird that about holding money is not in part of the subject of in school.
Yeah. I'm not
Yeah,
much for the money, Mabel, but I used it just to make a point.
yeah.
I
It's
live in
just
the
like
same house since 1997, and I have a simple, cars are there for two of them, one for my son, one for us. But then
yeah,
we are not extravagant on anything.
yeah.
And I do a lot of my service nowadays free, actually, giving
Yeah.
back.
You
Yeah.
are so awesome. You know what? I wish I remember I have a foundation in the Philippines.
Mm.
So like I'm just thinking not I at first, I always think like I wish there's a doctor like not only for my foundation,
Mm.
the doctor who will give their time to go to the like the villages or something that give a free consultation,
Yeah.
especially for
Yeah.
yes, I love it. It's just like thank you for doing that, for giving them free um, consultation.
Yeah, many of them that they call me. Only I have few services that people come and they take them. But otherwise, if somebody DMs me, calls me for something, I always speak with them free, no problem.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, I mean there is so much you get by giving your heart out. That is something chemistry wise also. You when you feel really rich by giving you out. But we still have services that go, and then I wrote so many books. I haven't put them for sale at least. So yeah, we have to do all that now. So. Mabel, I wrote an article on giving is getting. That is on
And
my LinkedIn profile. If you go to my LinkedIn, you will find that article there. I have several articles there, but then one of them is this: by giving, you get.
yeah, for me, giving is just like you don't need to expect anything back.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. That is when you get a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
You give them, it's like you're sending things to the universe.
Yeah.
And they get
This is from Karma Yoga. Whatever you do it like you are offering to the divine without expecting anything in return.
that one. I love it. I practice that one in a different. We are in a different culture,
Yeah.
but sometimes our we will do things like the same meaning,
Yeah.
but in a different word. Different word.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like,
open to
yeah,
Buddhism, Chinese medicine, Chinese
uh-huh,
Tao. I
yeah,
know all of them.
uh-huh.
I,
So yeah, it is good because
yeah.
for me, I think I was born in a wrong. I was born in a wrong year because
Mm.
for me, I feel like I'm an old soul.
Oh, yeah. That's the that is the ancient wisdom is we are souls to begin with, and we are going through the human experience.
Yeah, love it. It's just like I love. That's why probably that's the reason why I'm very open. I'm a very open
Yeah,
person because I do love to explore, to learn so many things that and I just want to share it.
yeah. So Mabel, that reminds me what Socrates said. He said, "The only thing I know is that I don't know."
Yeah, but if you want to know it, you just dig it.
Yeah, but
Right?
if you approach with a "I don't know," you learn a
Uh-huh.
lot more than you say
Yeah.
"I know this." I don't have to learn about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely do that. Like I'm like, yeah. For me, if I want to learn something, I will. If it's if it interests me,
yeah,
ask. I will do like this. Hey, you know what? It's just like for me. I feel like I'm interested in that. I will ask
yeah,
because I want it. I want.
yeah. Now make a list of the things that will tell you about inner resilience of your words, not according to anybody, according to you, and then also see how many are being implemented. You will find very strange that I know so much, but I am not implementing them. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. It's interesting.
yeah.
It's
Take, for
yeah.
example, sleep. If you don't have the quality of sleep, work on it.
Mhm.
And then that way you can repair your body and mind better by addressing the sleeping problems and all that. Many people don't sleep sound sleep. They may go and then they may lie down for a while and they may sleep a little bit, but they wake up and then they cannot go back to sleep. But there is a way. Suppose you get up in the morning, you don't engage in a lot of devices and all this, and through the day whatever you work, if you work with attention, not thinking about so many things, and at the end of the night empty all that from your mind and go to sleep,
Ooh.
your sleep will improve quite dramatically, and that will nurture your inner organs, including the brain.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. That is true. That's the reason why some people is having hard time to sleep
Yeah,
because their mind is very very busy.
yeah, yeah. No, nowadays, because we work with all this data, all these computers, online, and all that, we
Yeah,
are using the brain like 20 times more than we should be using.
yeah,
Too much information, right? So,
yeah, yeah. But you know what? It's just like how this is the only thing I can say that this is how it's up to you
yeah,
how you
yeah.
handle it, right?
Exactly, exactly, exactly. I have this habit, Mabel, which works for me very much. However
Uh-huh.
meetings I do, I kind of don't retain all that information, only the important insights.
Okay.
Rest of it, I drop it habitually. That's why at the end of the day, I don't have a brain fog because I don't accumulate them.
Yeah, yeah, because you don't have any unuseful things in your
Yeah, exactly.
in your brain.
Exactly. And then you sleep at night very well because you don't have anything staying in your mind completely.
Yes, probably if people practice that one, they will be a beautiful sleep.
I will tell you a secret because you said you are the soul, you identify this, right? You
Uh-huh.
abide in your soul and then sleep.
Uh-huh.
Not in your mind and thoughts, but you abide in your soul and then sleep. Then mind is
Oh,
completely quiet, and in the morning you have extraordinary energy.
wow. Okay, I think I need to learn more deep in that.
Yeah, you just have
Yeah.
to be abiding in the soul all the time. That is our real self. And that is what most of the spiritual practices tell to discover who you really are.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's powerful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I am blessed because I will be able to get into that very quickly and go to sleep.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ram.
Yeah.
You know, today we are planning to do our bicycle.
Very good, very good. Thank you, Mabel. Yeah, Mabel is a good soul. She has a lot of energy, lot of loving energy for her son, and whenever she comes, also she displays her inner purity and innocence and laughter too. Thank you, Mabel. So that is what I wanted to say for many people. Guard your inner resilience like you are guarding your money, and also put it for work for you, to work for you. That means understand what are circadian rhythms, understand what is our natural immunity, understand what is our natural resilience or healing effect that we have in our bodies, and how with our mind, with our habits, we kind of mess it up. So Ayurveda had this thing, Prakruti, that means nature. Body has the nature, mind has the nature, right? That natural nature, we mess it up, and they call it Vikruti. What they do as the physician, they discover the imbalance that we have created within ourselves, and they bring the balance back. What I'm saying in a modern way is, let us not do all these bad habits we know that will really affect our health internally down the line. So work very diligently to find out, am I eating right? Am I doing exercise right? Am I sleeping right? Am I trying to keep my mind quiet? If you can address these four pillars of wellness, I think you have done yourself a big favor. Okay. Don't have to be obsessive about it, but just be commonsensical, just be what you can do, and find out more about these things, and then do them really with a sense of, I'm trying to protect myself down the line, and I'm going to be living longer, but with joy and in fullness of everything. Okay. Thank you, and I will see you again when I have the time. Bye bye. Thank you, everybody. Instagram. ఇవన్నీ ఇండిపెండెంట్ చేస్తే అందరు ఇట్లా వస్తారు అన్ని చోట్ల.